It's time now for the sports news. Here is Kayode Alayode.
Thank you very much, Laddie. Welcome to Sports News. The second edition of the School Cycling Challenge has been concluded in Lagos. The event, organized by the African Cycling Foundation, is a campaign geared towards developing the sport at the grassroots. Our sports correspondent, Austin Okunakwan, has the report.
From 6 secondary schools in Lagos and Ogun states are here to compete, make new friends, and of course, have fun. Time for the qualifying round, and to ensure safety, competitors are properly geared up.
3, 2, 1, go! Can we cheer on, please? Can we cheer on? Well done.
How can cycling be developed at this level? Vincent is just 11 and he has a simple solution.
Give us free bikes.
For you to be part of the cycling world, you need cycles. So a key thing is, do you have bicycles? You have places where they can ride. And where we have a campaign coming on where people can contribute or donate, even if it's a spoke, a bicycle, a wheel, whatever it is.
Cycling is highly technical. Some couldn't complete the race, but picked up positives from their fall.
Doesn't really it motivates me to cycle more and to be careful of the type of bike I use late in future. Yeah.
I believe it should be included in their extracurricular activities as a recreative sport, and from there they can develop to produce more people who can go out for competitions like this.
This challenge has the quality to discover and nurture talent, but can it be sustained?
The long-term objective is to make sure that every secondary school in Nigeria has a feel of what we're doing right now. Excitement in the eyes of the children. The opportunity has never been given to them to express themselves. So we're on a very good platform in ensuring that we have a cycling team for the Nigerian team in future.
Cycling doesn't command good followership in Nigeria, but with competitions such as these, interest will be built and the fan base will grow. Austin Okunakwan, Channels Television News.
We move on to the English Premier League now, where Ashley Young's first Premier League goal in 18 months, courtesy of a big deflection, saw Manchester United edge battling Brighton and Hove Albion 1-0 at Old Trafford. United's win cuts Manchester City's lead at the top of the Premier League table to 5 points ahead of their trip to Huddersfield on Sunday. Crystal Palace picked up their second win this season following a 2-1 win against Stoke City. Watford beat Newcastle 3-0 to move 8 on the EPL log. Swansea and Bournemouth played a goalless draw. Tottenham came from a goal down to hold West Brom to a 1-1 draw. Willian's freakish efforts rescued a point for Chelsea, who drew 1-1 at Liverpool after Mohamed Salah's 10th Premier League goal of the season. And the big one, Barcelona's forward Lionel Messi says he has moved closer to his dream of finishing his career at Nou Camp after signing a new contract with a buyout clause raised to £626 million. Messi's new deal, which is worth £500,000 per week, will expire after the 2020-2021 campaign. The 30-year-old had 1 year remaining on his old contract. The Argentine international, a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, has scored 523 goals in 602 appearances for Barca. Since joining at the age of 13, Messi has helped Barcelona win 8 Spanish league titles and the Champions League 4 times. Meanwhile, Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas earlier today denied quadruple world champion, that is, teammate Lewis Hamilton, the final pole position of the Formula One season, leading a Mercedes 1-2 in Abu Dhabi Grand Prix qualifying. The pole was the Finn's second in a row and fourth of the campaign, and he said he was determined to convert it into a victory after the disappointment of missing out in Brazil 2 weeks ago. Hamilton, who had been aiming for his 12th pole of the year, was behind Bottas after the first flying laps of the final session and was unable to improve on his time when it came to the crunch.
Yeah, I think just in overall, I think just little bits here and there. I was up, I think, a 10th and a half out of turn 1, and then I lost it in turn 5 or 6. So yeah, either way, it's been an incredible year of qualifying and one that I've really enjoyed. So, and it's great to see so many British flags here, so many people here today. So appreciate it.
Today, you know, things were really getting better and better for me during the practice session and also in the quali. Just managed to find time there, and it was all under control and just felt really good in the car. And yeah, the Q3 run 1 lap was really good.
Meanwhile, high jumper Mutaz Bashim and heptathletes Nafisatu Thiam have been named Male and Female World Athlete of the Year by the International Association of Athletics Federation, the IAAF. The 26-year-old Qatari Bashim was unbeaten in 11 competitions in 2017, winning gold at the World Championships and romping to the Diamond League crown, while 23-year-old Thiam also took the world title to add to her Olympic crown and broke through the 7,000 points barrier by registering 7,013 at a meeting in Austria. And that's all on Sports News. Larry will be back in just a moment.
Thank you, Kayode. Egyptian officials investigating the massacre of worshippers at the mosque in Sana'a say the attackers, numbering up to 30, were carrying the flag of the Islamic State group. Friday's attack in the town of Bir Abed is the country's deadliest in recent memory. At least 305 people died in the assault, but no group has claimed responsibility for it. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is vowed to respond with the utmost force. Egyptian security forces have been fighting an Islamist insurgency in the Sinai Peninsula, and militants affiliated with the so-called Islamic State have been behind scores of deadly attacks in the desert region. And Pakistan's government has authorized the deployment of troops in the capital Islamabad after violence broke out during protests by Islamists. The Islamic protesters had blocked a key highway in the city for several weeks, demanding the sack of the law minister Saeed Hamid, whom they accuse of blasphemy. Security forces injured about 200 people when they tried to disperse the protesters. Pakistani media reports that demonstrators also broke into the minister's residence in the Punjab province, but Mr. Hamid and his family were not in the building. Protests have spread to other cities, including the southern port of Karachi. And the main news again. The International Committee of the Red Cross today united 8 Nigerian minors who had been living as refugees in Cameroon with their parents 7 years after they were separated. And Egypt has declared a 3-day national mourning following a deadly attack on a mosque in the Sinai yesterday. That's tonight's news at 10. Thanks for being with us. I am Ladi Akiriduluale. Good night.